Hey, savvy investors. Welcome to Lux Market Pulse, where we discuss all things finance. Today, we're diving into a game-changing book that has transformed the way millions think about money, wealth, and success. We're talking about Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Whether you're here to find out what all the fuss is about, or you're looking to deepen your understanding of its lessons, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we explore key concepts from the book that could very well alter your financial trajectory. Ready to challenge your perceptions about money? Let's get started. What does it mean to be truly wealthy? This is a question that Robert Kiyosaki explores in his best-selling book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In this thought-provoking read, Kiyosaki introduces us to two influential figures in his life. The first is his biological father, whom he refers to as Poor Dad. A man of education and employment, Poor Dad puts his faith in the traditional work system and the security of a steady paycheck. The second is the father of his best friend, dubbed Rich Dad. A successful entrepreneur, Rich Dad emphasizes the importance of financial education and the power of smart investing. These two men, with their contrasting views on money and success, shape Kiyosaki's understanding of wealth. They offer us a unique window into different perspectives on achieving financial independence. So who do you think had the right idea about wealth? Let's delve deeper. What you weren't taught in school could make you rich. This profound statement by Robert Kiyosaki underscores the essence of his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Kiyosaki firmly believes in the power of financial education, a subject often overlooked in traditional school curriculums. Our schools teach us many things, but rarely do they delve into the nitty-gritty of managing money, investing wisely, and making money work for us. This lack of financial literacy leaves many in a precarious situation, working tirelessly for money but never truly understanding how to leverage it. We become slaves to our paychecks instead of harnessing the power of financial freedom. Kiyosaki's emphasis on financial education is a clarion call to break away from this norm. The ability to understand and manage money, to differentiate between assets and liabilities, to make informed financial decisions, these are the skills that could set you on the path to wealth and financial independence. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to money. Is your house an asset or a liability? That's a question Robert Kiyosaki poses in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Let's dive into this a bit deeper. An asset, as Kiyosaki defines it, is something that puts money in your pocket. Think of a rental property. You purchase a house, rent it out, and each month that rent check lands in your pocket. That's an asset at work. Or perhaps you've invested in stocks that consistently pay dividends. Those dividends, you got it. They're money in your pocket. But here's where things get a bit interesting. Kiyosaki says, your house is not an asset. Now, you might be scratching your head, isn't a house supposed to be the biggest asset most people have? Well, here's the twist. Kiyosaki defines a liability as something that takes money out of your pocket. And if you think about it, a house does exactly that. Every month, there's a mortgage payment. Annually, you have property taxes. And let's not forget about maintenance and repairs. All these costs are money going out of your pocket. So, in Kiyosaki's view, a house is actually a liability, not an asset. This radically different perspective forces us to rethink our understanding of assets and liabilities. Just because something has value doesn't automatically make it an asset. It's about cash flow, whether money is coming in or going out. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't buy a house, but it's crucial to understand the financial implications of such a decision. Maybe instead of buying a large house that comes with a hefty mortgage, you might consider a smaller one and use the extra money to invest in real assets that generate income. It's all about shifting your mindset from acquiring liabilities to accumulating assets, because the more assets you have, the more financial freedom you gain. So, are you accumulating assets or liabilities? Are you running in the rat race? Picture this. You're on a treadmill, working up a sweat, your legs are pumping, but no matter how fast you go, you're not actually moving forward. That's what the rat race feels like. It's a cycle, a never-ending loop that Robert Kiyosaki vividly describes in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In this race, you're constantly running, always chasing the cheese. The cheese, that's your paycheck. You work hard, you earn money, and then you spend it. Maybe it's on necessities like groceries and rent, or maybe it's on luxuries like a new car or a vacation. Either way, the money is spent, the cheese is eaten, and you're left running again, working more to keep up with the expenses. But here's the kicker. The race doesn't end. It only gets faster, the treadmill speeds up, and the expenses rise. You get a raise, you upgrade your lifestyle, you work overtime, you treat yourself. It's a cycle of earn, spend, earn more, spend more. This is the rat race Kiyosaki warns us about. It's a self-defeating cycle, a trap that keeps us working for money rather than having money work for us. So, how do we break free? Kiyosaki suggests the way out is through accumulating assets that generate income. Remember, the goal is to have your money work for you, not the other way around. Entrepreneurship, the path to wealth? Let's delve into Robert Kiyosaki's advocacy for entrepreneurship as a potent avenue to amassing wealth. Kiyosaki's perspective, as laid out in his seminal Rich Dad, Poor Dad, puts forth the idea that owning a business isn't just about having control over your income, but also about creating assets that yield financial returns. Now you might be thinking, what does he mean by creating assets? Well, in the world of entrepreneurship, assets are not just physical properties or investments in stocks. They can be the products or services your business offers, the value your brand carries, or even the patents and trademarks you own. These are all capable of generating income over time, thereby acting as assets. There's an undeniable power in entrepreneurship. It allows for the creation of value, the potential for exponential growth, and the opportunity to innovate. More than that, it gives you a chance to create something that's uniquely yours, something that can continue to provide for you long after you've stopped actively working on it. But remember, entrepreneurship isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires effort, resilience, and a willingness to take calculated risks. It's about building a sustainable system that can generate wealth over time, not just a quick buck. So consider this. If you're stuck in the rat race, working day in and day out with little to show for it, maybe it's time to think about entrepreneurship. After all, as Kiyosaki suggests, entrepreneurship could be your ticket out of the rat race. What's holding you back from financial success? This question, posed by Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is one that we should all take a moment to ponder. Often, the biggest obstacles to financial prosperity are emotional rather than practical. Fear and cynicism, Kiyosaki argues, can be potent anchors, preventing us from venturing into the vast ocean of financial independence. Let's talk about fear. Fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us, hold us back from taking risks, and keep us trapped in a comfort zone of mediocrity. But as Kiyosaki points out, fear can also be a great motivator. It can push us to learn more, to prepare better, and to make smarter decisions. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to understand it, manage it, and channel it in a positive direction. And then there's cynicism, the voice in our head that whispers, "It's too risky. It's a scam. You're not smart enough." This voice of doubt can be just as paralyzing as fear. But again, Kiyosaki suggests that we can turn cynicism into a strength by using it as a prompt to do our homework, to scrutinize every opportunity, and to make sure we fully understand what we're getting into. Taking calculated risks is a central theme in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Kiyosaki emphasizes that every investment involves risk, but that doesn't mean we should avoid investing altogether. Instead, we should strive to understand the risks, to manage them effectively, and to always be prepared for the possibility of loss. Overcoming fear and cynicism is not about being reckless or naive. It's about being informed, being prepared, and having the courage to step out of our comfort zone. It's about seeing every failure not as a setback, but as a learning opportunity. It's about building resilience and developing the mindset of a successful investor. So ask yourself again, what's holding you back from financial success? Are you letting fear and cynicism dictate your financial decisions? Or are you harnessing these emotions, taking calculated risks, and charting your own path to financial independence? Don't let fear and cynicism keep you from financial independence. So what's the secret to wealth according to Rich Dad, Poor Dad? It's not a one-size-fits-all answer, but a combination of insights and principles. First and foremost, financial literacy is key. Understanding money, how it works, and how it can work for you is crucial. This includes recognizing the difference between assets, things that put money in your pocket, and liabilities, things that take money out. It's about stepping out of the rat race, that endless cycle of earning and spending, and instead building a portfolio of income-generating assets. The power of entrepreneurship is also emphasized, creating your own business as a path to wealth. And lastly, overcoming fear and taking calculated risks is a necessary step towards financial independence. So the secret isn't just about accumulating wealth, but acquiring knowledge, taking action, and embracing risk. Remember, true wealth is not just about money. It's about financial literacy, freedom, and independence. If you found today's video enlightening and feel inspired to take control of your financial future, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Lux Market Pulse. By subscribing, you'll join a community committed to financial education and empowerment. Not only will you stay updated with our latest insights and tips, but you'll also help us share this crucial knowledge with more people. Remember, every like, comment, and share increases our ability to bring you more content like this. So if you're ready to step out of the rat race and into financial freedom, make sure to engage with our channel and join us on this journey. Thank you for watching, and here's to your success.